Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Silver Scout. Today, I just want to do a little brief update. As you can see, silver is down to 64.18. It's going to fluctuate between each website. Here we got 64.12, 64.60, 64.01. A little fluctuate. Pretty much, we're down to $64 today. It's kind of interesting because even though we dropped about 1% in the last day or so change, we're still up more than 12% this month, which is kind of crazy. If we do something like that, you can see we're about 11% here. I think I was doing some math with a little bit of other because this doesn't do it perfectly. I was getting like 12, but still, that's pretty close. And what I think is really crazy, if we do the 52-week low, which we do, I think the 1 year, that's going to get you close. You're going to be up 66. I got 74%, but again, you're still 1 year. We are insanely high still. So the next question, first off, Stack Heavy, great website from Silver Seeker. So the question we want to ask is silver getting expensive or is it just starting? Because everyone, at least I remember buying silver when they would look like a steal. I remember when it was like 120. I don't think I ever paid 120, but 80 or 90. If it all of a sudden hit 80 and 90 and it dropped down to 65, I was jumping all on that. I think there's videos of when it did. I was like, we should jump on it. Now it went down to 55 or back up to 65. So this is where this kind of change is. I'm not really concerned about the price or the spot price as much. I'd be more concerned about the premiums. Because if I'm buying an ounce of silver and I don't want to throw a huge percentage on top of something that could potentially be at its most expensive that we're going to see for a little bit, just because it looks cool or it's an ASC or something. And that's what I really like about the Stack Heavy website, is it tells you the average premium, and 14.1% for Silver Eagles, man, is just bonkers. I can't believe it. I don't know why you would pay that big of a spread when you pay 4.6 over generic. I understand you're gonna get a little bit, but you're not gonna get your 14% back. You gotta wait for the market or the Eagle to pretty much go up 14%. And I know silver's like a get rich long term, but you don't want to make it harder on yourself than it already is. Does that make sense? Because what makes it a little easier is right now, I think a couple companies are coming spot sales. So here, if we go to deals, again, SD Bullion, to be honest, I would not buy this 1.25 ounce of their choices. A lot of people and coin shops do not like the non-whole number ounces. The 1 ounce at spot is a way better deal because it's a little bit easier to count. If you want 5 ounces, you just give them these, just five, and you're done. You want 5 ounces, you gotta give them four, which isn't too bad. What happens if you only want to sell three? Well, now you're selling 3.75, or you could just do three here. You know what I mean? So if I was gonna buy something, I'd buy that. These Mercury dimes at spot are also pretty cool, but the premiums on that's a little interesting because for the longest time you were able to get junk silver $2 to $5 under spot, and now they're coming back up to at spot. I would just buy this. Silver at spot's better. Like that. 999 fine at spot beats 90% fine at spot all day. And then I think Monument Metals kind of has some deals similar. If you really want an ASC, I just don't think it's worth the premium. A little bit of a premium. I think ST Bullion's running the run today. I did think this was pretty this is at spot. Very good random date piece dollars. These usually carry premiums, so the fact that that's at spot's pretty good. Now, granted, I don't know how long it's been. It's pretty much been running at spot or a little below spot, but a lot of guys like these, so I like them. I did a video about them. They're pretty cool. What's nice about these is they feel like a round, and you don't feel bad messing with them or holding them in your hand or showing them to somebody. Now, when you buy these generic rounds, it doesn't matter as much either, but if you bought a BU, you don't want to touch that. But the bigger picture is kind of crazy. That's what I want to get back to. Silver has gained just massive runs from its lows of the last year. And we're seeing it react to, I'm guessing, inflation, other interest rate expectations, and uncertainty and everything else that every other guy talks about. But what's really crazy to me is how the S&P 500 and every other stock, ETF, index fund is just hitting all-time highs. And that's, to me, something worth watching because at some point, investors are going to move to riskier assets. And silver could be more of that short-term pressure from that. But I think if the economic uncertainty ever comes back up, it's going to shoot back up. So let me know. Are you guys still stacking during this price hike? Are you waiting for it to go back down? Are you watching premiums? Are you going to local coin shops and seeing what's up? Because to be honest, I think I'd rather own a few ounces, or I think the thing right now is a DCA. If you don't know what you're really going to do, and let's say you have like $1,000 to spend, do chunks at 200 at a time. Get that free shipping, or go to your local coin shop and do 100 at a time. Make the best premiums and go from there. But let me know what you're doing. Subscribe if you would, and you guys have a great night.